Hello, dear friends of Love for Volleyball. Amor por el Voleibol. I'm pleased to talk today with a friend from India. For me, it's very, very important, very interesting to talk with a friend from so far away, especially because I wanted to talk about volleyball in India. It's very, very important for me. I'm talking with Jithin John. How are you, Jithin? How are you? How are you today? I know in India it's night today. Here in Chile, it's very, very soon in the morning.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm really good, and I really like to talk to you right now because you're a volleyball coach. I'm a volleyball passionate person, and I'm FIVB level two volleyball coach. Now I got an opportunity to work with the university in USA, and my FIVB level one instructor from USA, and my FIVB level two instructor from Germany.
Mhm.
And also I have some experience with the volleyball in India. So I really like it in India. But in Indian volleyball now it is good because we have a prime volleyball league started. Actually, all of the Indian volleyball is not good, I think, because a lot of people are using and misusing the volleyball like money and politics, something including.
Mhm.
So that now prime volleyball will start right now. So a lot of good people got good players got a great opportunity to play in prime volleyball. I think you're from Chile, and the first prime volleyball league. Only one different country coach worked with the Indian prime volleyball league. I think he's from Argentina.
Mhm.
I
Fantastic.
really great. Yeah, so
Okay.
that it will be a great thing for me for Indian volleyball, and the Indian players can learn how to play volleyball different level, and the prime volleyball will help Indian volleyball much better in future career. And so many talented people got a great opportunity to play in prime volleyball. Otherwise, uh, they can't play well because they don't have any platform to perform and prove the career power and strength in volleyball level.
Mhm. And please tell me, Jitin, first, I want to ask you about your personal volleyball career. When did you start playing volleyball? But because what I know about India, it's that cricket is a so popular sport in India, but
Yes,
volleyball,
exactly.
did not know what's happening. And why did you start playing volleyball?
First of all, I want to tell you something because you are telling about the reason is very most important thing in India because your thinking and your knowledge is exactly 100% true. When I was a child at that moment in India, its most popular game is cricket.
Mhm. Yes.
Yeah, but because of the only thing, other games are not improving well because this is the main reason is social media is more important at that moment. Like Coca-Cola, Pepsi,
Yeah.
these companies give more things about volleyball. The sponsors will get easy, and cricket will play at that moment. I think British colony people only
Yes.
India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, like these countries are mainly focused on cricket at that moment when I was a child. And now I am 29 years old person, and my father is the only one thing I am just coming to play volleyball
Okay.
because he is a volleyball coach and he's a policeman,
Mhm.
and he is very passionate about volleyball. He teach volleyball in my native town, and all the peoples learn from my native because of my father. My father is well dedicated. He don't want any payment from uh, players. He just give free serving.
Mhm.
And also, when I was 8 years old at that moment, he teach me volleyball, how to play, how can we improve my knowledge and career here. And he teach to he talked to the senior players at that moment. Like just I'm very kid and 8 or 9 years old at that moment. I just join, I just watch, and sometimes my father will pass the ball, and I'll take it very well. And a lot of senior players appreciated me. Oh, you are very, you're only 8 or 9 years old, but you take passes very well, and you're playing very well. You have bright future. And also, I just started in my 8 years old time. Then, when I was 13 or 14 years old, I studied in 8th standard. I got selection in district team when I was 9 years old. When I was studying in 9th standard. I got a selection in a state team. Then I continued my career, and I got national level team in my 12th standard level. Unfortunately, I got injured my back pain. So my father told me to learn engineering. So I studied Bachelor of Engineering, Civil Engineering, and Master of Engineering, Structural Engineering. But at the same time, I'm also playing my ambition like volleyball. I just stay in my career in volleyball. But my father really my future will be bright with volleyball. But he just looking for my physical fitness. So that's all the thing. He just changed my career to engineering. But I'm very passionate about volleyball because it's my blood. Then I continued my career in volleyball. Then after engineering, I just focused on my career in volleyball. But I just thinking about I want to work with volleyball. Then I started with searching volleyball, how I can live with volleyball. Then I done FIVB level 1 and level 2 volleyball coaches internationally.
Okay,
that's the reason. This way I can easy to coach my students and everyone, so I can continue easily with volleyball right now. Unfortunately, I got a chance to coach in USA. Now I'm going to work with the USA right now.
Fantastic.
Because of my father.
What you're telling me, it's very, very interesting because we know so little about India. We know what I told you before, the cricket importance of sport in India, and we know a lot about your history, about Gandhi, obviously, about your fantastic food, and these are our main things. But I mean, in sports especially, we know the importance of the massiveness of sport in India, and via internet we now can see so much about what's happening over there, especially when I watch the info you upload to your pages in Facebook, for example, and I can see so many people playing volleyball outdoor, especially in the rain. It's impressive how passion for volleyball in India goes. So I wanted to ask you about what's going on with volleyball in India. Is it a new sport? Is it an old sport? How is India in comparison with the another Asians or important Asian volleyball country like China, like Japan, or Korea?
Yeah. In my opinion, India volleyball is very popular. Not now, before also. But why Indian volleyball is growing? Why Indian volleyball is not growing up? The main reason is the politics in volleyball scene. I don't like to work in India with volleyball because they don't pay money to do the exact. Yeah, and also the main thing is India have a lot of great volleyball players, but the politics or something about inside of the volleyball, the reason the great players didn't get any chance to play the team. And if I have any friends or relatives, if the coach is a friend, or if the coach have any other friends or relatives, outside, they have a son or daughter, they can easily get the chance to play volleyball inside of the team. If I get the selection in the first district team, I can perform. If I can perform well in the district team, only I will get a chance to play with the state team. If I can perform well in the state team, or I will get the chance to play with the national team. The same thing we can continue in the international team. Okay. So we have great players, but these players didn't get a chance for the district team also. So how we can improve in volleyball?
Exactly.
That's the only reason the great people started in prime volleyball right now. So I think so many people, so many great players, new players. I can see the last prime volleyball league. They are not famous before, but
Yeah.
after the first prime volleyball league, they have a lot of fans, and everyone knows that. Yeah, they have a good ability, they have good skills, they have good capacity to play volleyball. That's the reason I think prime volleyball is great. Exactly. And some of the people are starting with some of the town. They want to what I can say about that. They want good players, and they're searching good players outside the town and everywhere. I think some of the area they will start to search players. Maybe in the future, after 2 or 3 years after that, it will be true. All the players will get a chance, because we must want to improve, and prime volleyball stay well. That's a reason.
And what I was asking you about the comparison or the level of Indian volleyball in comparison with the other great volleyball countries like China, Japan, or Korea. What is India in the level when you're playing the Asian games, for example?
Yeah, for example, it's my opinion. Like China and Japan, they're following the great things. The grassroots level is great, but Indian grassroots level is not great.
Okay.
I think if you search on Google or something, you can see Indian volleyball players' footwork. It's a senior level footwork. Footwork is not good. The movements is not good. This is the main reason. This is not the senior coach's problem. This is not the senior coach's problem. This is the basic. They don't know the basic things. They play directly and take the passes very well. But you can search how is the footwork. They are moving well or not. In my opinion, it's not good. It is not. This is not a senior coach's problem. This is a basic grassroots level. They don't know how to teach volleyball scientifically.
Yeah.
If we play scientifically when they growing up, when they were a child or when they start volleyball, it's in order to we can improve my skills very well. I think it will help in future, because if we follow one method after the final section, when they go to the senior level, we can't change very fastly, very suddenly. We can't change the footwork or everything.
Yes.
So that it is not good for that things, I think. But this is not a senior coach's problem. It's the basic grassroots level. In my opinion, grassroots is not well in India.
Okay. And you told me before, correct me if I'm wrong, but you told me you were starting to coach in USA volleyball, or what's your projects? What's your personal projects in volleyball?
Yeah, I want to support the university there in the USA, and also I can learn many things from the US volleyball, because when I was studying in my FIB level 1, my instructor from USA, and he is the USA person, and also I have a lot of friends around all over the world, Brazil, Germany, and everywhere have a coaches, national coaches, my club colleagues, so that I can learn many things from all the different level of volleyball. All the countries' strategies and game style is like a different volleyball. So I think yes, it's great, and European countries are also great. So I can learn many things from the US volleyball and other things volleyball, if I get a chance to assist them. So I just like to learn, because in US and America and like Europe are following great grassroots level.
Okay. And tell me please, Jithin, how do you tell your players, your young players, to convince them to play volleyball? How do you speak to them and tell them, hey, don't play cricket, play volleyball? How do you manage this? how is possible?
Exactly, really great question. Actually, I'm playing played before volleyball, cricket, soccer means or football like Leo Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo following like games. In India, we tell about it's football, but Americans tell soccer.
Yes.
So I play this all the games, but we can't play professionally. Because the footwork level is very different. The muscles and strength is very different. The volleyball players' muscles and football player muscles is entirely different. I think if we play all the games, the muscles or the organic system is very different, I think. But we can play all the games because but we must concentrate on only one game. We can play my free time to the other game. We can enjoy this game.
Okay.
Yeah, that is my opinion.
Okay. Well, it's fantastic to talk with you. Thanks to internet, thanks to technology, because as I told you in the beginning of our conversation, especially in Chile, for example, in the 80s, when I played volleyball in Chile, we didn't know nothing about nothing. We mainly received some magazine from USA, from Argentina, Brazil, but we were very disconnected to the world. So now I can see, I can watch, I can talk with people around the world, and it's fascinating to know that volleyball is so popular and everywhere, every country. Yeah. Even when countries like yours, there are these issues that you're telling me about, that volleyball is not professional, and so many young people prefer to play cricket. It's obviously because they can make their lives.
No, not now. Now it will change because in India have like football means Leo Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo follow. Like I think American people said about soccer. It's football in India. Now it is very good. It is improving very well because we have a football championship, football league also, like ISL, Indian Super League.
Very interesting.
Before 4 or 5 years, it will come so that football is also growing up. We have now excellent football team growing up right now. Football is great.
Very
cricket is great now. Already cricket is great. Football is going to improve, developing. Football is a developing process right now in India. And also, the last one time, Prime Volleyball is the first season, and at that moment, it will be great. If Prime Volleyball will be continue in India, volleyball is also very popular, most popular game in India. So I hope volleyball will be better future.
And how many players are in India? Volleyball players? Do you have a number?
Lot of infinitive. It's infinitive. But the grassroots level problem, because in India we have Sports Authority of India and also Sports Council. These things only focused on the games correctly because they have a technology, they have a developing coaches, and everything is available in the center. But in town or anywhere in my native, all players playing all the games. They are not focusing on only one game.
Okay.
If they study in the school level, they play. If we have 15 sports people, that 15 people already played in all games. Okay. So that they can't concentrate very well. And also, in my opinion, many important thing is school coaches and college coaches misusing the players because only one day they have practice in football, cricket, volleyball, athletics.
Okay, I understand.
So they can perform very well. In my opinion, they can perform very well at that moment. They have good stamina and everything. But when they are in after the 17 years old, after 17, they will get injured.
And Jithin, tell me please, this is the same for female volleyball, or only volleyball?
No, not female volleyball is not started in Prime Volleyball League. Maybe they will start. They will start maybe. Yeah. Maybe they will start. They have a plan to start with the female volleyball, I think.
Okay.
But they have matches. They have great matches. Female volleyball is great in India. But they have matches they are scheduling. Maybe in future they have great tournaments will start like Prime Volleyball, I think.
Fantastic. Jithin, I want to thank you again for your time. I know it's late in India, and for me,
No
it's
problem.
very interesting to talk with you. I want to thank you for your time because I'm so grateful for technology, so that we can talk about volleyball, about our passion, and I will invite you to keep following my volleyball pages, and obviously to send me information about what you're doing, your projects in volleyball, your teams, especially in India, because I want to show it to my followers, because I think it's very important, because sadly we know only about Japan, China, but very few about what's happening in India, or Pakistan, or Bangladesh. It's so important to spread this to the world. So I want to thank you again, and invite you to keep in touch.
Sure. Exactly. I'm sure.
Fantastic. Bye bye, dear
Bye-bye.
Jithin.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.